The Deathbound demo. Deathbound is a Souls-like RPG based in a world where a church cult, aka the Church of Death, and a science faction, the Cult of Life, clash at arms for the future of the human race. The demo, which I have played now 4 times, revolves around you playing as 5 different characters, i.e. essences, from both sects. Thus far, just being a snippet of the game, it is hard to unravel how it will be structured, as from my knowledge, these 2 factions are opposed, but you play with each character as they are united. The Cult of Life characters include Anna Lepus, an assassin, and Ulia Techblaskia, excuse the bad pronunciation, a revolutionary warrior, while the Church of Death comprises of Theron Gulliman, a zealous nobleman devoted to the goddess Death, Olivia Hines, a mage of spells and influence, and Acharos of Meriva, a brutish man whose only existence is that of violence. All these characters have a unique playstyle, from Anna's crossbow and sneaky backstabbing, Ulia's nimble, swift spear attacks, Theron's ability to counter with his mighty sword, Olivia's electric fire and ice abilities, and Acharos' heavy hammer blows. In the Souls-like, utilizing the character's distinctive playstyles not only when needed, but in accordance with your capabilities and strengths will be beneficial, as this is a tough game at times. Being caught off guard, even by a low-level enemy, can be your downfall, but there are various other ways to improve your chances. Not only are there a few articles such as rings and artifacts that you can equip to increase certain stats, but there is also a basic skill tree that links all the characters together. It is not the most complicated skill tree, but what does make it interesting is synergies. All the members of your party have the chance to create a synergy or a conflict with one another, dependent on their stats, that either complement or contradict. Synergies between 2 characters are indicated by a blue line, whereas conflicts are indicated by an orange one. You can rearrange the order of your members to try resolve conflicts, but it is still worth bearing in mind when choosing nodes in the skill tree. The gameplay itself has some remarkable new mechanics to add to the industry. First off, we will start with the lesser compelling feature, which is how they have incorporated stamina. Stamina in this game plays a huge role, as especially in the beginning, it is limited. The stamina overlaps the health bar and is capped at how much life you have. Honestly, this makes sense to me. Despite it being a major hindrance, if one is injured, you have less energy to do. Now, there is a workaround with this, which is where your second notable feature comes into play: morphing. Morphing is what allows you to utilize each of your characters at your disposal. At any point in time, even during combat, you can morph to one of the 4 allocated essences seen in the bottom left corner. There are several reasons this is so mind-blowing and practical. Firstly, reverting back to stamina. If it is running low, you can just morph to another one to continue fighting. In addition, health regenerates for all inactive bound essences based on damage dealt. But here is the real nomination: morph attacks. Instigated by performing an attack followed by morphing, this allows for a powerful blow executed by the second essence. This can be chained several times to do devastating damage to your victim, but keep an eye on your sync bar mid-bottom, as this consumes stacks. Permitting your sync bar to reach full capacity will empower your morph attack into somewhat of a super, instilling destruction and ruin wake. Currently, the game is unreleased and still in the development phase, so it does have some snags. There are a couple of bugs, from inactive enemies to the lock-on not activating in certain areas to slight issues with interactions. But I can safely say I am thoroughly impressed by this demo, and I have no doubt by the time the main game comes out or even early access that most of these glitches will be resolved. Furthermore, it is controller compatible. So thank you, Trialforge, for making my life easier. I anticipate the reveal of how the storyline will evolve, how the different factions will come into play, and any further game mechanics. Well done, team, for presenting us with a unique way on fun and challenging. Soxy Rabbit bouncing off.